Princess of the Internet, it is I, C+Hero, the hero Vtuber in the making, and happy Friday, May 30th, 2025, the last Friday of the month actually, because in about day after tomorrow, it's the first day of June. Summer is just around the corner, and I hope that you guys are having a wonderful time and wonderful day, as well as hopefully you guys gonna have a wonderful start of the weekend too, and summer plans as well too, because June is just around the corner, quite literally. Anyways, yeah, my plan for the summer, I don't have any specific plan, but I know that I'm gonna go to an anime convention in August, that's for sure. Let's see, what else? I'm not going anywhere particularly fun, but oh, I know that that the usual state fair, the annual state fair, is coming too, so I gotta have to check up on that too whenever that's gonna show up, because I know it's going to start very soon, if I remember correctly. Like very soon, I think. I know it's gonna happen like quite soon, because there's a state fair, and the state fair is gonna start like probably like around the summertime. Remember, it starts around near like 4th of July, so that's, I am also gonna keep an eye on that, and probably gonna take a day off during that time too, and so that my wife and I could go and check it out. And good evening, Johan Ramos, how are you doing today? I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Let's see, yeah, like, let's see now. Good evening. Well, good evening to you, Johan Ramos. How are you doing? How are you doing today? Let's see. But yeah, like, you know, yeah, the state fairs. We went to the state fair, and actually that was my first time going to the state fair that where my wife and I went last year. So if we have the time, I would like to go there again with my wife and all. And let's see. Let's see now. But yeah, so today on our schedule, we're gonna be playing Honkai Star Rail and starting version 3.3 story, where I'm finally catching up. And I heard this version, this update, this latest patch for Honkai Star Rail, it's the best one when it comes to the story, because I heard it was like absolute cinematic, like how the meme said. But that's kind of what I've heard. And I tried to avoid spoiler, but I may have been spoiled, unfortunately. I don't know exactly the detail of it, because I don't know the full context, but I might know a few context that may have led me to be spoiled for the story. But we're still gonna see, but everything that's gonna happen from now on, it's gonna be my genuine reaction. So hopefully things will be really good, you know? Hopefully things will be really good, you know? Like, it's gonna be very fun. I think it's gonna be like absolute, like, gonna be cinematic, you can say. I don't know. I'm trying to sound like Ellen, what should I call that one character from The Incredible, which you get Eleanor Mo or Ellen Mo or something like that. You know, to impress, you must express, or something like that. To express or to impress, I don't know, something like that. Whatever she said in the first Incredible movie. But yes, so I hope that you're having a wonderful evening too, Johan Ramos. How's your days going? So let's see, yeah, I actually, you know, I've been feeling a lot of, you know, cranky or like just like negative lately. But after like having a good enough sleep last night, I feel just much better, you know. I don't feel as stressful from work as much. I just feel fine, you know. I feel just much better, you know. You mean Edna? Yes, Edna Mo, that's her name, Edna Mo. To impress, you must express. Like, man, she says some cool things, and kind of funny too, but whatever. Yeah, so yeah, today we're gonna be playing Honkai Star, finally starting version 3.3, whereas everybody else already started, you know. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. And I also have like plans to, you know, work on some new videos for next week too. I know there was only like a little bit of lackluster in when it comes to video content without like any new YouTube short now, but hopefully that will be changed starting next month, or, you know, like in a few days from now, like, or technically next month, starting like in the summer, I just want to, upload more fun video for you guys and fun video for myself as well. And try to, reach the goal of getting YouTube partner by the end of this year. That's like my goal for this year, like my New Year resolution. Can't wait. But alright then, so what are we gonna do exactly today? So I think what we can do is that, well, we're gonna be playing Honkai Star Rail, that's for sure. I also haven't done something for the 1000 subscriber like milestone celebration, guys. I know we already celebrate, well, we did a celebration stream for it, but I haven't done something for you guys. I've been thinking of buying like a new disco emoji, but I didn't get around to do that. I feel bad for that, but I should get you guys some kind of new emoji to use in Discord server, and hopefully eventually for YouTube stream too, because when you become a YouTube partner, you guys can allow to use a custom emoji if you join a YouTube membership, if I open a membership tier. But that's only if you want to, if you guys want to. So yeah, it's like, I think, let's see now, let's see. La. But yeah, so I think it's like, yeah, I don't have a lot of much else to talk about, but other than that, yeah, I just feel much more better after, like, sleeping for a good amount of rest last night. I went to like bed a little bit earlier than usual. I also woke up a little bit earlier today because a technician came to check the gas meter for that, so that's kind of why I have to wake up early in the morning today. But other than that, I just feel fine overall. I just feel generally fine. I think, resting well enough and getting enough sleep, it's important. I'm probably gonna, work that as a good habit, so I'll probably should go to bed early tonight so I could get well enough rest for tomorrow too, because I'll be streaming more Nikkei, the Goddess of Victory, tomorrow. So if you guys interested in watching me Nikkei, I'll be streaming Nikkei tomorrow as well. But yeah, I've been enjoying Nikkei too. I've been trying to play like at least a little bit every day just to, do the daily login. I know recently a new event started, so we could also try out that too. But other than that, let's see now, blah blah blah. So yeah, and also things are heating up in Weathering Wave too. I actually am in Chapter 1, Act 7. No, was it Act 7 or Act 6? Well, either one. We're pretty much close to the end game in Weathering Wave. Not like complete end game, but like end game for the first chapter. And we're getting very close to see what's gonna happen. And I can't wait to see what will happen indeed. So things are really heating up. Things are really, really becoming very interesting in Weathering Wave for sure. Let's see. Other than that, I think, let's see. I think that's kind of a bit. So how about let's get started with Honkai Star Rail anyway. So let me just start up and boot up my PlayStation 5. And just gotta wait for it to load up. Okay, I'm gonna BRB real quick. And then gonna pause the music there, and I'm going to also fix my positioning on the overlay here. Yep, I think this should be good enough. All right, here we go. We're jumping right in, back at Honkai Star Rail. And look at that. 699 hours. Nice. Okay. We're gonna see what's gonna happen in Honkai Star Rail. So last time in Honkai Star, we completed the version 3.2 story. We saw Tasteris decide to stay in the Nether Realm, the Nether World or the Nether Realm. So she became the new god of death, essentially. And Anaxa basically sacrificed life to give up the core flame of reason. So now there's only like 2 more core flame to collect, which is, wow, really progressing in this Crisis Era journey. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen in this story. We're gonna see what's gonna happen next. Alright, and we're gonna grab our express supply for the day. 390 Stellar Jade for the day. And I am also gonna dispatch an assignment just to do this already. And then we're gonna jump right into the story. So, let us go. Back to the Vortex of Genesis.
Where to now?
Where to now? We're gonna start the next story, of course. And look at that. See there? We collected, I believe it's 10 out of the 12 core flame. There's only 2 more left. So, we're very, very close. We're very, very close. The Crisis Era long journey is almost coming to the end. And Marvel Rival also got updated. Now we're gonna see what's gonna happen next. Thanatos and Circe Cold Flame have been returned. Sometime after that, the 12 constellation hover above, overlooking the Vortex of Genesis. Oh, is it 12? Oh, sorry. My apology. There's actually 14 constellation though. So meaning there's total of 14 core flames. They embody the 12 Emphorian deities, fate, foundation, creation, and calamity of this world. Now, 10 among them have fallen. Their cold flames return to the origin of Genesis. Above you, constellation shimmer, their brilliance echoing the fate slumber of each titan. And you have experienced 4 ascensions and 4 partings. Strife. The Lance of Fury once became the Mad King, plunging the world into ceaseless strife until your valor brought it to an end. And its demigod successor, the undying Mightimos, or Mighty for short, chose to bear the title of criminals alone, returning home to be crowned as the last line of defense for the holy city. Mighty, may your battles know no defeat. Back then, the incarnation of time entrusted Mem to you at Temple of the Sweet Fates. Back then, the lively girl with red hair fulfilled her mission and bid the first farewell. Time speaks not of fairness, yet it never stopped. And now this power resides in your hands. See you tomorrow, Trian. I miss Trian. Not long ago, the head of the Grove Sages helped you repel the menace that is the Black Tide. Still not long past, that unruly scholar staged one grand performance, granting you a glimpse of this world's truth at the cost of his life. Yes, we also learned that the world of Emphories is in basically a cycle of simulation, meaning that the Crisis Era that came before them became the Titan that we fought today. And so that means that the Crisis Era of current generation will eventually become the new Titan of the world, and that the world will be rebuilt once again, over and over again. Which is kind of very interesting. It's basically like we live in a matrix or something. Oh, the incarnation of reason, at edge of existence. Have you found your answer? And then next is death. The prophecy once made the hand of shadow choose 2, granting one the fate of death. Yet their bond wove a hauntingly beautiful tale that stretched across time. At the end, the incarnation of death who journeyed from the nether realm to the living world choose to remain in that sea of flowers, retrieving your future. At the time of the west wind, we shall meet again, Casterus. Time and again, farewells have numbed you. You can't help but wonder, how many more goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail? You question whether you'll be able to express each goodbye with heartfelt emotion. Your thoughts sink into the ocean. You recall how the Euphorians cherish epics, using stories to soothe their sorrows. Perhaps you should embrace this way to dispel your melancholy and regain your strength. Sorry, I kind of need to refresh my YouTube Studio. For some odd reason, YouTube Studio seemed to like showing the screen at a very delayed moment. Like it shows like the moments that I already like, you know, talk about or stuff. It's kind of a little bit weird why it's so delayed, but whatever. So let me see. All right. Sorry for the interruption there. Then let it begin. Countless worlds of adventure search for your mind. You need only to grasp just one to anchor your creation. Don't be influenced by the noise outside. Just focus on the key word in your mind. It is indeed difficult, but you should still cling tightly to your inspiration, weaving heartfelt and elegant verses. Alright, this is an impossible task. Just one glance at your phone, it won't disrupt your thought, or so you tell yourself. Cypher? We got a message from Cypher. Great mystery! Last time in Styxa. Zero time for treasure hunting. Absolute disaster. Now that the River of Soul almost retreated, I'm back, baby! In the water, a big shiny chest. I thought cat don't like water. I can't use the miracle orb, and I can't wait food. Your power of time is needed now. 70/30 split. 30 for you and 70 for me? Exactly. 30 for you and 70 for me. Details, tails. Get here and we'll talk. Okay then. I kind of like that emoji there, but you must admit, even during this audacious and struggling low point, there are still those who live joyfully. Cypher's endless surging desire for wealth seems more turbulent than the waters of Stale Gorge waterscape. Forget the past for now, it only brings sorrow. But sadness has no place in this moment. What you need is the drive to move forward. You decide to head to Styxia, where the River of Soul is no longer blocked, to meet up with Catgirl. Hopefully those glittery, clinking trinkets will, as always, lift your spirits. Alright, let's meet Cypher.
Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful. And the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it?
Maybe. I miss Tassos too. Now's not the time to feel down.
No, this shouldn't be so depressing. Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together. By the way, it was Miss Cypher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone? Huh?
What's that sound? Is there someone else here?
I don't know. But this aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very careful. I have a bad feeling about this.
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Guess only way is find out. Alright guys, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But let's grab this, so we can zoom over there.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up? Careful, careful. It's a piece of black cloth.
Oh no, bro.
Now, where have I seen this before?
The Flame Reaver. I don't know, but it's back.
Look out!
Oh, he's here. Ma'am, get ready. You want the pink puppy, don't you? Is it finally time for me to bow out?
What? Now I'm sad. This isn't the time for jokes.
I'm sorry, I just have to do
Let's
it.
try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
Alright.
The river of souls
It can talk.
is full of fish, big and delicious.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, exactly.
The flame chase journey stops. Meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
Meow?
What's happening? Is this meant to be a riddle? The flame weaver's gone mad. The end. Now it's laughing. Maybe it did gone mad. Wait, what? Hang on a sec, Dad.
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare.
Wow, really? So it's you, Cypher. What a terrible person. Let's leave.
Don't run! I'm the real Cypher. The real one. Come on, don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
So you're playing both good cop and a bad cop. Well, and I'm grateful for the reminder. I'm so strong that I don't need you a reminder.
Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You're not gonna hold that over me, are you?
Kind of.
So, was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think when that happened?
Well, we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie. Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
Huh.
A power to make lies into reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
Nice. Now I know your secret. And you're just telling us everything like that?
You think I might be lying? No need. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you. Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get going.
I mean, I won't complain about the treasure. I'm not against it.
Was that your teleslate?
The teleslate. Give me a smartphone. And it's from Finon. C+Hero, did you rest well? I came during lucid hour and you seem asleep, so I didn't wake you up. But in the current circumstances, I can't stay idle. Feel it's time to continue your trade. Let's go to the grove, shall we?
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove.
Why do you need so much money anyway? Gonna go live handsomely somewhere after this?
Live handsomely? You mean spend spend all this money. That's so not why I hunt for treasures. Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change. And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right? Isn't that simple?
I really don't think so.
So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me. That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Grey Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
A few days later at the crash site in the Abyss of Fate.
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Donham.
I'm surprised a council elder like yourself will be willing to journey so far to inspect the Express.
Documents hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo. It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akama. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things. Sadly, the more I find out, the more powerless I feel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Amphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight, even someone as gifted as yourself.
In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appears that many scholars from Amphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stemmed from a curse cast by Aquilia.
Exactly. Of the 12 Titans of Amphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious.
I think the petty change mean a prophetic change of a character or something. Yeah. You know, Johan Ramos, actually something I gotta have to make a mention. Unfortunately, whether people like it, agree with this or not, SAG-AFTRA, the union organization, declined the final offer. And most likely, what I've been hearing, the general consensus been saying that a lot of the voice actors who work at Hoyo Games, including Honkai Star Rail, but not least Honkai Star Rail, are gonna get replaced. So meaning, Donghong voice actor might get replaced, unfortunately, and a lot of people do not like that because the original voice actor of Donghong, he's been voicing this character. Oh, his name is Nicholas Lung. Nicholas Lung. I cannot pronounce his last name right, but Nicholas Lung, he's been voicing Donghong since version 1.0. He's been voicing Donghong since the beginning of this game's lifetime. And losing someone who's been part of the Astral Express for a long time. And this also happened with, the original voice actor and actress who voiced the male and the female protagonist too. It's gonna be just another, knuckle sandwich to the fandom, because people's gonna get upset about it. And I don't know how the new voice actor, if they hire a new voice actor to voice Donghong and other character, I wonder how they're gonna able to live up to the expectation of the fan, because unfortunately, there's been cases where a Hoyo character replaced with a new voice actor received unfair treatment from the fandom and the community, including fellow voice actors. And it's just so upset that kind of stuff happens, you know? Just because they're the new voice actor replace a memorable character. It's kind of really unfortunate, you know? That's why you say, you know, like, you know, just don't go harass the new voice actor, you know? That's the whole point, you know? That just don't go harass the new voice actor just because you don't like their voice. If you don't like their voice that much, change it to the other the voices. I mean, you could change this game's language to Japanese, Korean, or Chinese if you understand them, or you know, you could still probably understand the game just by reading the English subtitle. But nope. I understand that people rather hear the language that they understand, and I get that. I myself prefer to listen to this game in English over Japanese. Even though I know Japanese, I rather, you know, listen to the character in English personally. So I understand that feeling. But just because of that, don't go harass, you know, new voice actors or anyone for that matter. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, sorry that I kind of have to go a little long-winded and off topic on that, but I just want to, you know, point that out.
The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Thunder in storm. Additionally, Aquilia is one of the two Titan whose cold flame have yet to be returned.
The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
If returning Aquilia cold flame can break the sky's curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. We can simply focus on aiding the Chrysos heirs.
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems.
Really? But...
Of course. That's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
by all means, please proceed, but be careful. The express thrusters are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful.
Leggers carefully scanned the damaged propulsion system. They methodically begin inspecting the... whatever. This is unbelievable. You seem to understand this structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before?
Not exactly. But we Anti-Catherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning. If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner.
That sounds good. But isn't the real issue with Aquilia?
Hypothetically, Lord Donham, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
Oh, what kind of question is this? I don't understand. Does the Council of Elder possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment?
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
We also learned that this character Ligus interacted with Madame Herta last stream, and he revealed that the third path to interact Amphorius, your edition, Remembrance, the third path is Destruction. So this guy is kind of like suspicious as fudge. Maybe this is not a decision by the Council of Elders, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
Indeed. Forgive me, Lord Ligus, but I must be frank. When visiting Dawncloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. Among them, only your background was nearly blank. I like to accept your goodwill, but given such a mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
Are these people's... Is this a trap? Is that why you accompany me here? Wow.
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donhung. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral. Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
Wow, things have gone 180 degrees. One against four then. Just to confirm, if things turn ugly later, will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral. Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
You weren't wrong about one thing, Lord Ligus. Indeed, we must try to return to our companions. But our companion now also include the flame-chasing Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fate of our companions.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
When I asked if you'd help, I meant the one who need help are them. Wait, what? Meanwhile, in the Grove of Epiphany... Oh!
You have such overwhelming power, so... why? Answer me! Why do you stand in her way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore! Drag him back here, friend! Are you okay?
I'm okay.
How do we get...
I can handle that
Here.
kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that would have knocked me out.
Always keeping me on edge. If I had passed out, that would have been it.
That's why I made sure you were well fed and rested on the road. Thanks for the help. To face Aquila and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
Hyperbolic time sanctum? That kind of reminds me of the hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball Z.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But Combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
Why not get Chatanos to help? Weight training, huh?
It's a good thing Cartonis is the finest blacksmith in Amphorius. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh, Cartonis is part of this flame chase journey after all. Full of energy.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Finon, I've been somewhat concerned about you. Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that Swordmaster in black.
Yeah.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
Yeah, I have a weird, strange feeling about the Flame Reaver, but I'm gonna explain that like later when the time comes.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Don't worry. I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. He's been through Nikador's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak. Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties.
You're really grown, but you can't beat them yet. We'll be here by your side.
You're right, partner. As of now, I'm not able to handle that Swordmaster on my own. I still need the help of my friends. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down. I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the Library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Library of
Sure.
Philia.
That's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work. Today, I'm definitely going to...
What were you reading before?
A girl's little secret. Don't pry.
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here. The three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the Library of Philia.
Although it's kind of weird. Weren't we at the River of Styxia and gonna help Cypher to do some treasure hunting? Why are we here? Unless maybe we're not the real main character. That would be kind of... This catches Fairy. Kirk, you need something? If not, please stay quiet. I'm conducting field study for my upcoming Global Epiphany Cultural Studies. This mural cut is fascinating. Perhaps in the distant Golden Age, there were far more butterfly here than now, Kirk. Ah, fascinating, fascinating. Okay, so... Looks like we're at the very top of the tree, or at least the top that we could reach. Just want to check around the place, you know? Just want to check around the place to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, yep, there's a treasure chest here. Good thing I'm... Oh, wait, come on. I don't want to check the mirror, I want to check the chest.
Is that all?
Hopefully I didn't miss anything on the other side. Let's go and check if there's something on the other side. Ah, there's nothing particular on the other side. Yeah, there's nothing particular on the other side. Alright, I just now we could just go ahead, go down then. But yeah, something is strange between Finite and Flame Reaver. I have a feeling there's some secret between them that I could have just put my finger on, but I have some suspicion, let's just say that much. Alright then, so we're gonna head to the Library of Philia. Sorry if I butcher a lot of names, because I cannot pronounce anything correctly in this game. Especially when it comes to character names. Okay then. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast, faster, fast, fast, Sonic X. Dun, 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 dun. And, ooh, there's a monster there. I'm just gonna skip them. And just gotta head to the library right over here. I don't know why I'm just going there the long way, but I just want to. I don't know. I could just use the teleporter to get there faster, but I just gotta go the wrong way. Okay. So we're just gonna... We're gonna cause everyone to go dazed. And then we go here. And hey, look at that, it's the Telerex. Alright, that looked like I gotta have to go through this door right here. Man, such a long travel. So then we just gotta go across here. How do we...
I'm up to have some fun. It's free time now, so you should relax too.
Right. Let me just get on the platform, please. We're just gonna descend. And my little pet! Come back, my pet! And she is like... Okay, now she's gone. Alright, this is where we are. Where we need to be. Okay then. So what's gonna happen next then? Oh yeah, I want to talk to this garment maker. I wonder if we found all the fairies here. Oh then maybe it won't talk to me. Over the past few months, you come here more than once, fishing out that small piece of essence from the ocean of knowledge that best suits your taste. You quite relieved that Don Hung isn't around. No one will be there to judge your reading taste. The scroll at hand shows a line of small text. Non-standard materials. Please return to its original place after borrowing. Do not let any grove professor discover it. 10 exclamation marks. It seems that the scholar of the grove, amidst their profound academic discussion, haven't forgotten their little hobbies. So, which reading material will you pursue? The Forbidden Love, The Tree of the Butterfly. My professor can't possibly be this shy. One Punch God, Aquilia. Brushing off the dust has settled on him. He adjusted his tie and stood firm, facing the giant eagle in a tense stand-up. So you think you're something special just because you defeated the silent Gyrios? Moto, heed my advice. The God King remained silent, gazing into Aquilia dousing eye. Slowly he raised his right arm, forefinger pressed to the air. and with a simple motion, he lightly waved at the colossal being before him. Arrogant fool, you will pay for the price for your insolence. A quail of fury erupted, their time for radiant intensity, and instead their massive wing vibrated at impeccable speed. 1,000 razor sharp feathers shot forth like sword, hurling straight toward the God King. Man, what is this? One Punch Man parody manga or something? Invigorating literature, your favorite. This article leaves you feeling empowered, as if you're the author's One Punch God incarnate. Sky Titan Quilia. Huh, that's nothing. Forbidden Love, the Tree and the Butterfly. Oh. Allowing the light reflecting from a lift to pass through a hint of crimson flash across Cersei's face, almost imperceptible to onlooker. Oh, wow. Guys, I think this reading here, this literature here, it's a Yuri love, isn't it? It's a Yuri love between Nesta and Cersei, the romance titan and the reason titan. Okay, wow, things are a little heated between these two, if you know what I mean, you know, but anyway. That's it? Nothing else? This love story roughly ends at its worst moment. Whether the author lost the motivation to continue, or some urgent situation remains unknown. If it were the latter, the Flame Reaver is fully responsible. My professor can't possibly be this shy. What kind of story is this? This is like some kind of a slice of life. The other one is like a parody of One Punch Man. The next one and the last one we just read was like a Yuri love story. I have no idea. After finishing this mind-shaking piece, only one image remains in your mind. The Express, wealth, phone. For a young Stellaron host, this type of literature remains far too ahead of its time.
I wonder what Finan and Mem are reading. Let's take a closer look.
Let's go check it out. Alright, there's Mem over there. Option, see what's Finan looking at. Oh, the option is Finan. Let's go talk with Finan and see what he has to say, or what's he reading about.
Oh, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend.
Just curious, what are you reading?
You could have just asked. There's nothing embarrassing about it. Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to Make a Fortune.
They didn't know you were into this. I know how, and you'll treat. Maybe it's time to find a different sidekick.
You didn't know? After all this time we've known each other. That pains me. I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth. That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate. Oops, I talked too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and integrity and skill.
Interesting. Finan is reading something to make him rich, apparently. But now let's check out what Mim is saying. Mim is the option to progress the story. So let's check out what Mim has to reading.
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, a poor time for fishing, Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days?
What are you looking at? Are you into fishing? Superstitious, superstitious. Don't buy into them.
Ah, you scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard.
Speaking of fishing, I did attended fishing like 2 weeks ago, and I actually came in 5th place in the tournament. The fishing trip that I mentioned like a few weeks ago, that was a tournament, and I was at 5th place because I caught the most fish.
Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
Oh, something's odd about Mem. Let's see.
Oh, these cards are so detailed and fine. Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer. But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them all?
What are you looking at?
Ah! What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh?
I mean, you're kind of my
But
pet,
you
so...
must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
Yeah, she's being a little suspicious.
So suspicious. Not like their usual self.
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this the Emporius Divination Compendium?
Why are you here too?
He's like was right behind you, Mem.
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby, so why all the secrecy?
I wanted to set up a surprise. Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
A surprise, huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination, especially with cards. Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Hydes Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared.
Sad.
Don't forget, we've got Lady Trina. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
A little faith in these things isn't bad sometimes.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown.
You really thought about this, haven't you? What if divination predicts something bad?
Divination is only meaningful when there are both good and bad outcomes.
Huh. Fair enough.
Even bad omens serve as guidance. They can help keep us alert, right?
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene.
Cyrene.
She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
I'd love to have a card like that.
Wait a minute, this is the thing.
Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that Orynyx posed to us?
Hmm?
Who's there? You are...
Assassin, save me. Nice cosplay. Eyes peeled, everyone.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
Cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly.
Who are they? What's being cleaned? Clothes or cars?
Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finan. It would be the,
Wow, poor bad guys. They're allowing us the time to explain who they are, even though they could just explain themselves.
We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
I mean, they're kind of a bad version of Team Rocket. Like, Team Rocket always at least introduce themselves, which is, I think, the much more proper way of, you know, politeness. But these guys wouldn't even introduce themselves. And it's kind of funny that this guy is called Cleaner Captain. Like, what is he cleaning about? Like, someone's bedroom?
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners.
Cleaners.
Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
Well, this historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Finan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akamar to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, power to the people.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
Just a handful of you here? Who do you think you're fighting? If it's a fight one, let's get on with it. Enough chit-chat. Exactly.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves. All right, let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
Ugh. And we're going back in. Oh, hi, Sin.
How's it going, Cinny? This place
Cinny?
fits,
That's her
doesn't
nickname, man.
it?
It's
It's
guys, look.
small, but the lighting
It's
is
it,
perfect.
the one and only
Thank you,
Bat
Lady
Fudge.
Judy. With
No,
this,
I'm
the
seriously.
Twilight
People,
Courtyard can be
okay.
reborn in Akuma.
So, for anyone who's new here in Honkai Star Rail, the whole entire Honkai Star community coined this cute little chubby Pegasus as the fat fuck. I have no idea why. Excuse my French, but like, excuse my language and all, but I have no idea why they coined this thing a fat fudge. Because, and they treated this thing as some kind of like an eldritch horror being too. The whole internet is treating this little cute chubby Pegasus as some kind of horrifying eldritch being that will eat the entire planet. It's kind of funny, but it's also like, why?
You like it here too, little Ika.
And its name is Little Ika, by the way. Oh my god, it's so cute.
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Treeby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Right. How does the legend go again?
Even Lady Treeby forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time and we'll remember. Now we remember. Kremnos in the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end.
Aquala.
Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories, but the details from that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
Oh, I forgot. For a Lady Treeby,
I
history
just-
is more than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived through.
Oh my god, I just noticed the little cute keychain on Hyacin Soft. That's so cute.
Little Ika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Seliosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing. Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacin. And Lady Treeby. Good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing all right. What's going on, Kratos?
Ooh, excuse me.
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglaya here, Akuma would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
Aggie.
Huh.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the Golden Threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Treeby. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Trouble! Miss Hyacin! Trouble!
Clementine. Take a breath. What's going on?
Please! Something terrible has happened at Marmorial Palace!
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Lady Aglaya!
Wait. Huh? What? Uh-oh. What's going on? Moments ago in a memorial palace.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey, and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Gold Weaver.
Oh no.
I guess you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
I know it.
Aglaya, Aglaya. You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence. Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now? These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish. The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akuma has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Dromus workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
Man, I do not like this lady. She's even worse than some of the old hag character I have seen in other video games. She's by far the worst.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
Oh, she's been watched all this time.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes too? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth.
And hello, and Ido and T, welcome to the live stream. If you're brand new here, my name is C+Hero, the hero of Vtuber, and I started playing version 3.3 in Honkai Star Rail. We just started the story about almost an hour ago. I should actually really take a break because every hour of the stream, I always take a break to stretch and drink water. Well, I actually have a water with me right now, but also to stretch mostly. But this, we're kind of still in the middle of a cutscene here, so I kind of don't want to stop yet.
Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my departure become a path for others to follow. Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters,
Oh no, this is not going good.
will the wandering wind stop to mourn me? Cyphra?
Sephra? Who's Sephra? Oh, we're switching to Cypher's POV. A millennium ago at Memoria... Wait, what? We're going back to the past?
Seamstress! I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures! I bet there's stuff here you've never seen. Come on! As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags.
Oh, this is young
What
Aglaya.
have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tier of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Wait. You've seen one before. And here I thought I'd leave you speechless. What a letdown.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Wow. A daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Mind your manners, kitty. Tell me, Cyphra, where did you come from?
Cyphera?
And how did you acquire
Oh,
these treasures?
that's Cypher's original name.
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me? Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face. But my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Oh, come on. Can we just do business without all this chatter? Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time. Fine. If you don't want it, there are plenty of others who do.
Hold on.
I
Your
knew it.
treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Gold Weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh. What do you have in mind?
Look. Come a bit closer.
Oh, it's shimmering gold. Absolutely stunning.
These golden boots are the Gold Weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power.
Oh, so this is what give her super speed.
Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently. Put them on, Cyphra. Then don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are way too big for me.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Fake, fake.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power. Your Amphorius is most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by a Gliad.
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls.
Is there really a fish here?
Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied?
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is! Let me take a good sniff of this air.
The actor actually sniffed. And then a purr too? Wow.
It's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful! Just wonderful.
Whoever voiced Cypher here, she did an excellent job. Even to the point that she has to do the sniff and the purr like a cat.
Thanks to Castorus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it.
All for treasure.
Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll split 80-20.
80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The Gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger.
The Gnawfish.
80-20 is! How generous you are, Boss Lady Cypher!
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damn cold and miserable here. I hate it.
Ah, she is true cat, alright.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery! Uneasy around water?
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming. Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick.
What's got you so worked up? Relax, relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cypher was afraid of water?
I mean, she's a cat.
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that?
She even admitted too.
Hurry up and figure out a way across, or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me! Let me take a look around! Got it! Let's use that thing! Come on! Follow me, boss lady!
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Hmm?
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, boss lady?
Oh.
Trying to trick me into saying something. Not a chance.
I'll tell you, look.
You're as sharp as ever.
So it looks like we can play as Cypher for a little while. But before we do, I'm going to take like a little bit of a stretch break. I know that, like I said, I usually take a stretch break every hour of the stream. And the first hour has already been up. It's actually almost an hour and a half, actually. So probably going to take a little bit longer break than usual. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back with more Honkai Star Rail. And yeah, like I said, I have a playable Cypher now. So anyway, we'll be back for more Honkai Star Rail after this stretch break. So if you guys need to grab a drink or need a stretch break yourself, do so right now. We'll be back a little bit later. See you guys soon. Don't go anywhere. Alright. Gonna turn there. Alright, I am back! And we're gonna be playing a Cypher now, so we're gonna switch to Cypher here. We're gonna see what's gonna happen next. So, alright then, so I also changed around the character too, so I put Cypher, Aglaya, Sunday, and the Trailblazer. Sunday is to support for Aglaya, and Cypher is gonna be more like a sub DPS, as well as like, you know, the main Trailblazer also gonna be supporting for Aglaya as well. So, let us go. So this buffaloes, it's apparently fake, according to
this
Cypher.
device designed by priests of Ornyx? Do you think you can handle it?
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just find a cozy dry corner and wait for me. Mission accomplished. Now you don't have to worry about your tail getting wet.
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Alright then, now
This
move around.
feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick?
All self-taught.
Self-taught, you say, huh? Suspicious. And we can't go any further there. I already collected the treasure chest around this area when I first came here the last stream. But anyway, we're gonna go here.
We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
And there's an enemy there.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing. The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Grey Mystery and that pink squirrel.
I want to see what her idle animation likes. So I'm just gonna wait here for a little couple of seconds and see if it happens. Is she gonna...
Not a good sign to be empty-handed.
Oh.
You can't get rich by waiting.
Oh. That was cool. Man, I can't wait to prove this character in the second half of this patch. I'm actually saving my Stellar J for Cypher. But let me know who did you guys poop for in version 3.3? Did you poop for Hysen or Madame Herta? Or are you planning to skip it all for Cypher or for the upcoming patch 3.4?
Wow! That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself.
She's really into chest treasure, huh?
Wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
Thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, Cypher. You truly have the most refined taste of all thieves and Amphorius. Let me try this on.
Huh?
Where is my treasure?
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
This is... How could I have forgotten about this? I'll believe it is true and alive becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
Oh, you Purple Hyson already had the Herta? Nice, nice.
God of trickery's divine
Next
gift.
time
Far
Madam
more
Herta
practical
or
than
the
any
Herta comes
golden
back, I
thread
probably
or
will poop for her.
teleporter. All right, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing. Lead the way.
Wow, all this for fake treasure.
For rules, I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure. Starting navigation.
All this for fake treasure, which was just a pot. But did you guys know that in Legend of Zelda, that
Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
I remember, of course.
anyway, like I was saying, even if a pot was the fake treasure, did you guys know that in Legend of Zelda, the pot always have some kind of rubies in it? So, technically the pot is a treasure, not a fake.
Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Isn't that the controller for the hand of Zagreus?
Oh. Let's check that out.
Activated. This thing makes a racket that can be heard for miles. It's just too stupid.
Seriously, what was the Titan thinking when they came up with this thing?
Yeah.
If you don't want the trickery to be exposed, you'd better start by keeping your mouth shut. What do you say?
You know, I could just imagine this was an anime and Cypher was saying all that with like a very serious, menacing face with a smile. I can just imagine her face like that and Battler's like sweating nervously.
But lady, you're absolutely right. I'll be careful with my words.
Indeed. Alright, let's...
Ah! This thing's way too loud when it's on. Let's not stir up more trouble, okay?
Oh, we can't use it. Alright then. Never mind. Alright then.
Here we go round the river of souls. Spirit thief goes, spirit thief goes.
Ah, what are you even singing? You're totally out of tune.
Oh, and also for anyone who's like new here, please do not spoil anything in the story. I should have said that at the beginning. Also, do not say any kind of leaks related to this game too, because one, I think leaks are not great, and two, they kind of serve as a spoiler too, so it kind of counted, so I don't want to be spoiled for this game.
There's a big guy guarding this place.
Yeah, big and dumb. Just a pure love of stupidity.
Mouse time! Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
Does it even have a face?
Yeah, so ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly running away is the sensible choice.
So, how about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature. Huh?
Ah. And noticed.
Let's try it this other way. I choose you.
Alright, let's attack.
Trust me. We can do anything.
Found me.
Countless threads.
Now,
Thus our fates
the way
become
Cypher's kit work, if I remember correctly, I gotta have to get that counter as high as possible I want. At least that's kind of what I remember.
so fragile, like a
Just gotta attack the boss in the middle. Collect as many coins as possible. So we're gonna check out her skill here. Has a high chance to decrease one enemy and adjacent target damage dealt and increase Cypher attack. Deal quantum damage to one designated enemy and minor quantum damage to adjacent
Time is
target.
money, you know. Wait any longer and you'll owe me interest.
And also, can I just admit, why is Cypher's positioning like that? Like, look at her. Isn't she kind of cool? And also, honestly, her voice sounds very sexy. I gotta have to admit that. But yeah. Alright then. So basically then, yeah. Okay. Let's attack in the middle. And do this.
I will overcome the thorns.
And we'll
Serenity is before me.
action forward Aglaya.
Mortal form.
And give her a boost thanks to Sunday's ultimate. And attack. And here comes Cypher's follow-up attack. And we defeated it. That was easy.
Such an ugly and useless creature, taken down with just a couple of hits. How boring. Hey, Bartolos, are you still alive? Give us a squeak if you are.
I see.
Look at you, all shaken up. Can't handle even this bit of action.
I have a feeling that Mod 7 is gonna have some kind of important role in Euphorius. I have a feeling.
Should be safe here now. Get to work.
Boss Lady Cypher.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it and see. Huh. Is this?
Month of Balance Day, the journey of Styxian refugee. 3 more neighboring households move away today. The tide has risen higher than ever before, already reaching the 5th step of the stone stairway to our residence. The priest insists it's merely seasonal high tide that will soon recede, but having lived in Styxia for 30 years, I never witnessed water level like this. Leandro from the harbor went fishing 3 days ago and reported that the seawater had become unusually turbid, appearing as if mixed with ink. Beneath the surface, he glimpsed strange shadow, not human in form yet possessing distinct outline. After returning, he developed a high fever and has remained bedridden since. The city's feasts have grown increasingly frenzied. Grand celebration that once occurred only during the month of joy now happen almost daily. At the Anzo family's banquet last night, I witnessed 2 normally well-mannered women trending grapes barefoot, emitting strange laughter and directly drinking the dirt-laden juice. They claim to be mimicking Fagosa ritual ceremony, though I've never heard of such absurd form of worship. Prices at Malte have risen by 30%. The honey brew merchant report that the brewing process has become exceptionally difficult lately. The yeast cultures mysteriously rot. Only by distilling with seawater collected directly from the harbor can they produce proper wine. Fortunately, our Doris remains lucid and has wisely advised us to minimize our consumption of the city's water and wine. Month of every day blank. Last night, strange music emanated from the harbor. It wasn't produced by any instrument, but seemed to rise from the ocean depth. The low, haunting melody sounded as if it were telling an ancient tale, compelling people to approach the shore. Several neighbors' children sleepwalked into the dark last night. They claimed to have seen the goddess in the water, performing and wanting to get closer. The priests have forbidden all forms of musical performance and deployed soldiers to patrol the dock. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that they're acting from real rather than a genuine desire to protect us. Sounds kind of creepy. Today I met Nora, the clothes merchant at the market. She revealed that the situation in the district was far more dire than we had imagined. The spirit water pool in Pagosa Temple suddenly dried up 3 days ago, and despite their best effort, the priest cannot replenish it. More alarming still, strange crap have appeared on the wall behind the deity statue, forming patterns of scripture that no one can decipher. Noah also shared a peculiar rumor. Some claims to have seen in their dream a woman playing a lyre, draped in black veil with eyes gleaming like seawater. She allegedly told Dreamer that Styxia will soon face a great transformation, and only those who hear her voice will be saved. Some city residents have begun referring to her as the prophetic sea musician, despite the priest's determined effort to suppress such rumor. We finally decided to evacuate with our entire family. The seawater has reached the highest water mark at the dock, Yet some remain oblivious, still immersed in endless reverie. Our family and the neighboring Milan household have decided to journey to Alkama together. Reportedly, the world-bearing Titan's protection extend there, and the tides of darkness have not yet invaded those lands. We plan to slip away quietly tonight for the northern dark exit. We pray to Pagosa for safe passage. Month of Freedom Day. We've been traveling for 3 days now. Last night, the Milan family youngest child suddenly developed a high fever, continuously muttering strange phrases that resemble an ancient ballad. His father decided to take him back to the city for medical treatment, though we all know there's little hope to be found there. This morning, looking back at Styxia from the hillside, I was horrified to discover the entire city enveloped in a strange aura, with seawater shimmering with an unnatural blue radiance in the sunlight. From a distance, those magnificent buildings seemed to twist and distort in the water as if they were merely illusion. Month of Weaving Day. We encountered several other fleeing townspeople. They brought even more horrifying news. The seawater Styxia has begun displaying strange colors and texture. Sometimes thick as honey, other times solid as glass. Those who remain in the city have begun undergoing bizarre transformation. Even more disturbing is that at night, the entire city bathes in an indescribable glow, as if enveloped by some gigantic amniotic membranes. They say this is a Pagosa punishment, but I can't help wondering, is this the Titan's wrath, or is it some power even greater than the Titans at work? We decided to continue northward to Okama. Along the way, we've heard rumors of someone named Volank who can supposedly appease Pagosa wrath, but these are merely legends fabricated by desperate people. We come forth to rely on our own feet to flee this disaster. Tonight, after the children fell asleep, I secretly examined a small vial of seawater I brought from the city. It was the last drop collected from the spirit water pool in the Pagosa temple before we left. In the moonlight, it displayed a strange shimmer, as if something moved within it, unlike any ordinary water. By chance, I discovered that gently tapping the vial with my fingertip produced a peculiar sound, like distant lyre notes echoing. In that moment, I seemed to glimpse a mysterious woman standing upon the sea surface, soulfully playing a melody that no one could understand. I don't know if this was illusion or reality, but if such a being truly exists, one can hear the source of Styxian. Then, as we embark on this certain journey, please grant us a flicker of hope, even if it's merely a beautiful dream. Outcome is now within reach. Taking one final glance back at my homeland, the beautiful scenery of old is nowhere to be seen. Only disordered masses of light and shadow undulating on the sea level, resembling form heaped by waves before dawn, dissolving only one by one to gradually reveal its cold and true nature. Yikes, that is dark. That's just dark.
Ooh, this looks tragic. Do you think they made it to Akama?
I mean, I hope so.
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akama.
Except for...
At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. Huh. It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such... devastation. Meanwhile, those in Akama, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair, is it? Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kephal's priestly court?
And welcome to the livestream, Random. I don't know why your name is Random, but if you're brand new here, my name is C+Hero, the hero of Vtuber Meeting, and I started playing version 3.3 in Honkai Star Rail. And right now, we're playing through Cypher's story.
Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly.
Time 20
It's
seconds.
been so
What?
long, your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
Oh, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what, nearly 1,000 years?
Oh, I see. But you in a priest robe?
you to picture that. Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot.
Alright. Let's head to the next spot. Anyway, how's your days going, Random? Hopefully your weekend is going well. If you already started the weekend.
Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan. Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Xandria?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy.
Oh my god, the pun.
Do you want to handle it?
No pun intended.
Leave it to me, boss. I don't need a controller.
Wait, what?
You know.
Was that a 4-4 breaking there? That was a 4-4 breaking there, wasn't it?
Hand of Zagreus. My darling. Activate.
Alright, here we go. Also, I know there's a hidden treasure somewhere nearby, but we're not gonna focus that for now. We're just gonna focus on punching here. There we go.
Looks like a charm.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
Let's go to the next room.
Hey, slow down. That question you asked me earlier. I think I just remembered something.
What did I ask?
You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest.
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
Oh. Is that so?
Suspicious.
Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. Alright, let's move on to the next treasure trove.
Treasure, let's go!
Indeed. Alright.
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
Oh.
When it comes to singing, I still sound better than you, boss.
Go beyond all time and space on the journey of flame chase.
What the heck was that? I don't know. I would give it a 9 out of 10 for singing very well. Alright, let's move on.
This scent feels like something incredible is buried here.
Incredible indeed. If even boss lady said so, how could I not be excited?
Do I need to give instructions here? Get digging.
Oh, it's the puzzle.
Oh, isn't this a golden scapegoat? Interesting. Looks like whoever buried this treasure wanted to play a little game with us.
Interesting.
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not became human.
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here, this honor is all yours.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Just leave it to little old me.
Alright. Let's solve this puzzle. Alright then. So, Alright, that wasn't that hard. Pretty straightforward.
Told you, nothing can stop me. Cyber, it's your turn now.
Stop! Stay there, and don't turn around.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told you, don't move.
Hmm?
My poor old back. What are you doing?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's listening.
Oh.
What? Boss, do you mean?
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa! Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me? As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck. With only the power of this little nymph, naturally I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cyphera. Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise, Aglaya. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far? I'm sorry, Cyphera. I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like this. I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face.
What is going on?
Don't talk to me like that. You know I can't take it. 1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known. My silence. So this time, I must say this to you, even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you. The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone.
Oh. Is Aglaya gonna die? And this is like, listening from her voice, this is like the first time we hear some bit of more emotion. Sound like sadness and anguish.
Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance. I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good. Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, It seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cypher.
Oh, snap.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
No. Is Aglaya dead?
Ah, what a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. When did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duties forever.
Could it have been back then when...
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted. Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never share otherwise.
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Creepy. Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
We've been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawncloud. I never told you about that. I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglaya. Isn't that right, Zagreus?
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world. If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Cypher without hesitation.
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you? Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again, so...
Cypher, your face.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise.
You're bleeding golden blood.
Yes, what about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysos they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes, world-renowned swordsmen, exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper, thief, con artist. Maybe I should just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me and...
Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes, warm you up, and stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed. Aren't you going to ask me how I got these wounds? Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all? I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival, at all costs. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side. Then you can start putting yourself back together.
This is sad.
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them? I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things. You're weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life. I've tried not to become a liar, but honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up. What makes you think I won't disappoint you? Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod, but with the heart that beats in my chest. You love this place. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to trust and rely on my heart. Cyphera, you're an honest thing I've given to this world. And also a challenge the world has given to me. Stay here with me. You have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and grime. You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow. All right, let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes, there's no turning back.
We go back to our main Trailblazer POV, but man, that was such a sad origin story for Cypher. These folks in black. Are they not responding to provocation? Nor do they seem intent on fighting. What exactly are they waiting for?
Pressure. Fear. Planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy they've chosen.
Huh. An organization that seems it as their mission to eradicate the Chrysos heir. I read some chilling account. The stories of the Cleaner use the alchemical arts to implant a fragment of memory into the successor, ensuring both identity and hatred live on.
From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness. Objectively, the rise of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet, their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history.
And still they endure. An organization persisting through time, now working tirelessly to obstruct the flame chase. Are they truly so terrified of the era Nova the Crisis era strive for?
Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos. To ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal may be no easier than creating a miracle.
I wonder where C+Hero is now. If they're talking to me, he definitely won't escape their notice either. I hope all is well. Is that low I can't say that name.
There you are, Lord Don Hung. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate. You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here. You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive.
Can I say that this character, Kratos, is like being such an MC for the last two patches? Like, ever since version 3.1, he was kind of like almost like a minor antagonist, especially in Mighty's story, but he's been like very good so far.
Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart.
The fury of its people. I would almost say furry of the people. I have no idea why. Alright.
Because Aglaya is dead, and in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
No! Aglaya's dead? What? No. She's dead. Alright, these guys got beaten up.
Looks like she was wrong about you.
She? Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of this?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is. They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days. But I must warn you. I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive. If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Bro, you sound so cool. Bro, you sound kind of scary.
Finan is seriously upset.
Get out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I've said it more than once, Lord Finan. We're not here to start a fight. We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else.
So this was all a distraction.
While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission. To buy time. So, Lord Finan, until next time.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far. I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the flame chase. If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run, no matter where they hide. My teleslate.
Global announcement. Due to force majeure, the whirlwind whip operation will temporarily submit. Please stay calm and remain in your home. What's going on? Local golden thread enabled for emergency internal communication only. Lady Gold Weaver to see. Please return to the holy city at once. I know it's hard to believe, but please come back soon. On my way.
Aglaya? Is this... blasted? Those guys... I've heard from more than one person. It doesn't seem like a joke. Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Fainan. What should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akima as fast as possible and assess the situation in the city. If we run into any enemies along the way, I won't be merciful this time.
Cartonis? Ah, you're forging a sword for Fainan, aren't you? I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
You, Aglaya. In this form, you come to me. It means...
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has...
He is dead. No.
It's time to fulfill our pact.
A pact?
Of course. The pact I haven't forgotten.
The thing I entrusted to you, do you still have it?
Far too plain this vessel is. Not worthy of you. Do you still insist?
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you already planned?
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them, one by one. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was, though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you want, Aglaya?
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me. Condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease, Grand Craftsman.
Bro, wow. You know, that Elder Council lady said that Aglaya has no humanity in her, but I think she has the most humanity within her. Even if she thinks she lost it all, I don't think she has really lost it due to her becoming a demigod of beauty.
Please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
The city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight, and all the market stalls have closed down temporarily.
She really was taken by the cleaner.
I can't imagine how she could have been taken down by a handful of assassins. Unless it's all a part of her plan. If this is all part of a larger plan, Treby must know something. She just couldn't say it in the message. Let's go find her.
Let's find out the truth. Wow, everything is closed. All the areas that we used to go is now closed.
Dunham came back before us. Well, maybe he's heard something.
Oh, you're back. How's everything? No injuries, I hope.
Don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Krateros, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly went down?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine. Just tell me.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaya fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, God.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City Guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
Why didn't they go after us? She really was assassinated.
No, that doesn't make sense. The ones who appeared in the grove and those who confronted Dunhung in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They were just watching and trying to intimidate. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglaya. Perhaps...
Expecting Lady Blinding won't help. Let's go find Lady Treby, as she understands Aglaya's minds best.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaya gone, someone has to take her place and lead Akama. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaya dead. You might want to speak with her.
Thank you, Lord Krateros. The baths are empty.
No citizen feel like bathing after hearing such a terrible news. I mean, she fell from there, guys. If this was real life, I don't think no one could survive that, even if you hit in the water.
Hyacinth.
You're back.
We heard from creditors. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treeby and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now.
How are the two of them holding up?
Not well. After all, we witnessed Lady Aglaya's last moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessings. Declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Finan, don't push yourself. You're carrying a heavier burden now. Please, don't fall.
It's fine. I can handle it. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treeby and Trinan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond. Like they're losing a part of their lives. You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you? We'll handle things from here.
Okay. See you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Treeby.
Could be. Oh my god. Not only she lost her other self, but she also lost... She lost her best student, her best friend. Well, let's go meet Lady Treeby and see how she's feeling, even though we know that she's probably feeling the worst. There they are.
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Lady Treeby,
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the Grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey, so we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey, yet she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
I know what Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akama needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right. I think now's the right time.
Golden thread frayed at the fringe of an error. The impostor took up the sediment formerly hanging on its web. The tragic news heard during your travel. Head to the book and write it down. Optional. Review the memory thread. Memory remnant. Haji. So you really don't have to take this medicine anymore? No need, teacher. Medicine can only steady my flesh, but it cannot stop the decay of my soul. I've already borrowed too much time from this world, and now the time is up. Now it's the best time for my exit. Please don't cry on my account, teacher. I have a final selfish request. Can you lend me an ear? Addy, go ahead. We will definitely fulfill it for you. I wish for my death to be quiet and gentle. I hope that my lifeless body will not be exposed to the eyes of the public. Teacher, I have faced too many changes in my lifetime, but in the pursuit of one thing alone, I have remained unchanged for 1,000 years. It's beauty, isn't it? Huh. That's right, teacher. Beauty. Aggie, do you think Snowy is ready? 1,000 years ago, when I took up the cold flame of Ninistia, do you think I was ready then, teacher? Born into this era, we had no choice but to grow amidst the raging wave, not to sail after everything was prepared. Fine on. He will understand. He will grasp the duty I've left to him. He is mature enough now, no longer blinded by anger or hatred.
Aggie, I still remember the taste of that oatmeal. See you tomorrow morning. I'll prepare breakfast for you then.
Aw, so sad. Why?
Finan, my humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the Flame Chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated Kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways, but my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer. But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness deliberately to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows. The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Alchema still has you to guide them, Finan. You're not perfect,
Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn. The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love. Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed. You are the destined world-bearer of Amphorius, the gate to Amphorius's future. Go, complete the flame-chased journey of the prophecy, ignite the stars, and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
Aglaya, how could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hands? Donhung, can you do me a favor?
Whatever I can help with, just say the word.
Please deliver a message to Lord Krateros. Have him gather the Holy City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the flame-chased journey to attend this gathering. Tell them Aglaya has left Amphorius the seeds of hope.
Understood.
Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest well and collect your thoughts. I need to prepare.
Finan.
Cortonis, what brings you to Marmorial Palace? I plan to get everything settled before coming to see you. Is there something urgent, Cortonis?
How are you holding up, I wanted to see. Better than I expected, you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is still strong.
Right, your assessment is. Now, here. Take this.
A sword?
Is this it? You've completed it.
Dawnmaker. The name I've chosen for it.
Dawnmaker, and it looks exactly the sword that the Flame Reavers used.
Prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword. Befits your stature, it does. Chrysos heir.
Dawnmaker. Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad swordmaster. You've recreated this so precisely, just from what I described.
Precise your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames. Its blade will wield it. May triumph always be yours.
Thank you, Cartonus. I will use this sword to protect the beings of Amphorius.
Another thing there is.
What's this?
Stored here, the remnants of Aglaya's divinity are. This was her commission. Her death she had long foreseen.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little. In this way, she wanted to be with you. Always.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this, I'll have another constant companion by my side. May this world never have need for a deliverer. Someone told me long ago, but when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she could see me now, leading from the front, rallying people against their destiny, she would surely smile.
The meeting begins.
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver? Look! Lord Finan is here.
Will he step up to lead Akama?
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the Chrysos heir's flame chase alive. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the flame chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide, to strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver?
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed. The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Unease. Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss.
Finon has a way with words.
He really does. Be quiet and listen carefully. There's something special about a man of letter. If it were me up there, I could do it too.
Oh, all right.
The flame-chased journey is nearing its end. With only one Titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Aquila! Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akama will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people!
Yeah, better people!
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded me that Aglaya left me perhaps the simplest duty in the world. To bear the burden of creation, I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the holy city for a millennium. She was Akama's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs, the Gold Weaver, Aglaya, and her greatest feat was being a selfless person.
That singing sounds so familiar. That's our song, and Snowy used to love it.
Trianne.
Yes, Lady Trianne. For that child filled with anxiety. Your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart. Even if for just a moment.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little. Now, you've grown so much. Maybe not as cute, but still just as kind.
Time spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness, you helped nurture it in me.
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep it up and stay strong. See you, Snowy.
Goodbye, Lady Tree.
I heard what you said. Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but sleight of hand?
Oh my god, everybody's here.
Not at all.
But technically, Castor is not even dead. Because she is,
Honestly,
well, death herself.
without those techniques you taught me.
And hello,
the
Colby,
Fauci's
welcome
journey
to the
might not
live
have
stream.
survived.
And yes, I am catching up to the
Good
story in
thing your
Honkai Star
head's still
Rail.
clear. The Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in you while I was drilling those formulas in your head in class.
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas now.
I mean, I can't blame you, Fine. I forgot most of the math formula that I learned in college.
Some things never change. In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
I'll be waiting. Goodbye, Professor Anaxa. Miss Castros? Aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you have always been so approachable. Ever since we first met, you've seen me as a friend. It was the first time I understood what everyday friendship was like. But that's dangerous.
Dangerous.
Laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am. And for someone with my kind of power, that's a real hazard.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Sorry, I forgot to consider your perspective.
Please, no apologies. Despite everything, thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gasteros. Aglaya.
Remember, Finan, after completing the flame chase, leave the decision to initiate the miracle of Genesis to the Amphorians. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind. The difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant is a fine line.
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late. Anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else? Even in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaya. You saved me.
Maybe what I wanted to save wasn't you, child, but this crumbling world. Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
Did you forget me?
Mighty?
Forget you. Like I'd ever. We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos. Let's not make this a tearful farewell.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then. Deliver.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword? It's a masterpiece freshly forged by Cartonis.
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan. See you around. Finding of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mighty Moose.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey.
Oh?
And it's still not over yet, is it?
Yes, Cyrene.
Cyrene?
I was right. In the end, you did become the deliverer in this story.
Cyrene!
What has changed while you were away? I've met so many people, tried so many things. I've found new resolve. And I've let go of some attachments. I'm not the same person I used to be.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Feynman.
Days later at Dawn Cloud.
Dawn Cloud. This place holds so many different kinds of memories. I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from here, all the way down the mountain. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cyphera, you... seamstress. Tell me, does Akama have any treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, our shop has seen?
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawn Cloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Gold Weaver, cannot witness its glamour.
Gem of all worlds. Nice! Got it! Well, please keep looking after the shop while I...
Let me guess, Cyphera. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawn Cloud to steal that gem, aren't you? And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Look, seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face, plain as day. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cyphera?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power. You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person, or even what people call a hero. But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceelins! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treeby! The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects. But I still want to be worthy of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream. Right?
I know, Cyphera. I know. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be Even worse than everyone else's. You are fated to walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey. But you have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery, even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglaya. I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful, and that everyone is simple and kind. If only I could get everyone to believe that. Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed in it, even though it's a lie.
Lies will always be lies, Cypherer. But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Huh. Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad, I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart.
Oh, Cypher
Just
was
a
there
smidge.
too. She was listening.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this time to tell me.
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself. After she passed away.
None of your business. Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase, and the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one. But they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kynus, the leader of the cleaners.
We haven't found that hag.
I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the council theater, would be the opposition's final trump card against the Chrysos heirs. We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cypher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
Oh, to answer that question to you, Coley, yes, I actually I was planning to pull for both, but due to the my last experience with the pool, which was, I believe, was Fugue, I want the pool for Cypher because Cypher is just cool, man. She's a cool cat.
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cypher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind, but they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders' secret arts.
Ha! Secret arts my foot! I could break those mechanisms with the flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses in shambles.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable. Please be careful.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
And we're playing as Hyacinth POV. Okay. Meanwhile, in the Grove of Epiphany.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the Grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that might make me sad.
Yeah, literally, Cypher is carrying this entire quest on her back, man.
Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all.
And there's the main character, Fat Fudge.
I know, little Ika. I know. I too miss the days when we all studied together. But we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People, You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the Grove deserves some reminiscence.
And we have Hyacinth, Rebirth of Fallen Feathers. Alright. Before we continue on, let me just change the team lineup. So, because Hyacinth, it's very good if you have Casteress. Because of how her kit works when it comes as a healer. Even though she's not a Bundus character, as a Remembrance character, the first Remembrance healer character, she's very good. But we'll continue on with the story of Honkai Star at a later time. because it is almost dinner time for me and my wife should be coming back home very soon. So guys, I think I'm gonna have to end the stream right here. I know this has been a very long stream, a lot of cutscene, not so much of a gameplay, but it reveals a lot, and I'm enjoying this story so far. A lot of sad moment, but I have a feeling that more sad moment might come soon. Anyway guys, that is it for my heart to take for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming, and if you enjoy watching this live stream, please consider giving a like, click the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and check my other Honkai Star Rail content or any kind of content here on my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys for tomorrow for Nite, Goddess of Victory. It will be my second live stream to play Nite. I'm trying out to play more of Nite and Weathering Wave. I play Weathering Wave every Wednesday, and I'll try to play Nite on the weekend. And, okay, that's really cute. But anyway, sorry for the distraction there, but I'll have to go now. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening or Saturday morning if you already started your weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And also, consider joining my Discord server so that you're notified when I go live again, upload new video, or join the chill community of justice. Thank you so much for watching, guys. C+Hero signing out. Good night for now, guys. See you next time. Goodbye.